sekretary nga ninyo wala dito eh. Kung anong pamumulitik ang ginagawa na naman ng sekretary nyo. Anybody who says, chill lang tayo, wala namang krisis. No, if we do not admit that there's a crisis in the Middle East, krisis na ito. Wag na tayo maang-maangan, we will not act in record time to save our people.
I think a letter was submitted to the committee chairs, but naka-break po.
Hindi pwedeng tinuturo-turo nyo kami. Hindi nyo pwedeng sinasabi, makinig kayo, huwag kayo nagpapalusot dito ha. Sinasabi nyo, yung letter nasa inyo eh. Tapos nag-break kayo. Double jeopardy, hindi pwede yon. Sorry, hindi po kami papayag nun. Kung alam po namin hindi kami mag-break, tama po ang chair. Tinan mo nga, mag-break. Gusto nyo Holy Week, magtrabaho tayo dito eh. Darating natin secretary, burn the midnight candle. Walang labasan sa kwarto hanggang hindi nakita ang pagtulong sa itang tao. Pero wag nyong sasabihin na nag-break kami, kaya hindi napasa. Kasi wala ang inyong sekretarya. I can't think of anything more important than this hearing convened by the chair. And if the other cabinet members are here, why could the most important department not be present? Tapos sasabihin nyo, kasi po nag-break. Excuse me, hindi po nag-break ang Senado na hindi inaaksyonan ang hinihiling ng executive. Ano ba? Ano ba? Kailangan ba? Hindi. It was deemed urgent, napasa. Tapos, pagkapasa namin, we will see. I'm quoting the executive, nanggaling sa inyo yan. Tapos ngayon, gagawin na. Tapos nagsabi po kayo, sir, with all due respect kasi po nag-break. Hindi po magandang pakinggan yan. Hindi po mag-break ang Senado kung sinabi niyong kailangan ng congressional approval ang paggamit ng PNOC ng kanilang pondo. Because it's important na hindi tinuturo sa atin na nag-break tayo kaya ang PNOC hindi makagamit ng kanyang pera. That's unfair. And we must admit that it can't be the usual way things are. And everybody in government, especially in the executive, must admit on regular times you are slow, painfully slow. And the DBM knows this. Your utilization, your implementation is so slow.
Eto na mga boss, kakapasok lang na balita. Grabe si Claire Castro, naiyak, nagulat si PBBM sa Senado. Inutos na ni Legarda, tanggal na sa pwesto. Base sa impormasyong kumakalat ngayon sa social media, mismong si Senator Loren Legarda na nagsalita na dapat nang aminin ni Jose Claire Castro ang nasa bingit na ng krisis ang Pilipinas matapos niyang sumalungat sa paglalarawan ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. na wala pa daw sa bingit ng krisis ang Pilipinas. Kaya wag sasabihin ni Jose Claire na wag magpanik, mali ang sinasabi niyang mensahe ng Pangulo. Pwede siyang masibak sa pwesto matapos sabihin ni Legarda sa Committee on Crisis. Kaya ito, sabay-sabay nating panoorin kung paanong si Jose Claire Castro grabe naiyak, nagulat si President BBM sa Senado. Inutos na ni Senator Loren Legarda, tanggal na sa pwesto. Tara, panoorin natin to.
We recognize presence of Senator Loren Legarda. So,
Thank you.
thank you. Any opening statement?
Oh yes, yes, I have a written opening statement, but I'd like to put it on the record. And I would like to propose, Mr. Chair, una, thank you. I believe that the defense establishment must be represented. I know that they were invited yesterday. Are they here? DND? Nandiyan po, si Yusek. Okay, thank you very much. I would just like to put on the table, Mr. Chair, ang mga binabanggit po ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno, yung mga plano. Importante po, it is done in record time. At ang pinakamahalaga ay alamin magkano ba ang continuing appropriations sa GAA 2025 na maaring gamitin ngayon sa krisis. Pangalawa, ano ba ang nakaprovide sa GAA 2026 na pwedeng gamitin para sa krisis na ito? Huwag na tayo lost in translation or nagmamaang-maangan na may krisis. Until we define it as a crisis, we will not act in record time to save our people. So, each agency represented here must act as if we are in a crisis because we are in a crisis. Anybody who says, chill lang tayo, wala namang krisis. No. Halintulad ko sa climate crisis. Not now. If we never admit there's a climate crisis, we will not take care of our climate and environment. If we do not admit that there's a crisis in the Middle East affecting our OFWs and their families, affecting the prices of our petroleum products, energy, food prices, transport, and displacing millions of Filipinos, the agencies will not act with urgency. And so that is what I put on the table. And what I would like to hear, Mr. Chair, is magkano ang pondong available? Hindi promise ha, hindi saro na walang NCA. From continuing appropriations in GAA 2025, and how much was appropriated? Because of course, we did not know there was going to be a crisis of soft, meaning assistance to fisher folks and farmers, contingency fund. The N-Dream Fund can be used, hindi naman yan lang sa bagyo, yan ay pwede rin gamitin. But if we have appropriated it in GAA 2026, may pera na ba? And I know we don't have money yet because even DPWH projects are all FLR. So DBM must explain that as well. So every agency, whether agriculture or DMW or DOE, DOLE, yes. How do we cushion the impact? I lay that as my premise, Mr. Chair, and you being the chairman of the Committee on Finance, because we can have all these PowerPoints, pero pag kumakalam ang tiyan ng mga mangingisda, ng mga drivers, ng mga sa transport sector, ng lahat, ang dating middle class ay ngayon lower class na at hirap. So gusto natin makita ang pag-translate ng mga PowerPoint na yan na ginawa sa mga air-condition na tanggapan into actual jobs created, actual food on the table of every affected Filipino family. And I will ask, I need to know the answer. Dapat to on the ground ha, on the ground. Hindi tayo parang budget hearing tapos prospective. Paliwanag ng DTI, paliwanag ng DA, paliwanag ng DOE, paliwanag ng DBM, ipaliwanag ng lahat kung paano at ilan ang mapapakain natin. Kamukha sinabi, 40,000 farmers and fisher folks ang matutulungan ng subsidiya. Alam naman ng expert natin sa agrikultura at fisheries, hindi lang 40,000. Yung iba, hahayaan na lang natin mamatay o magutom. That's my opening statement pa lang at gusto ko malaman ang maliwanag on the ground na kasagutan. At isa pa, Mr. Chair, sigurado akong natanong mo na o tatanungin mo. Anong mga pondo sa 2025 ang hindi nagagamit na pwedeng wag na ito? Ano sa 2026 na tatawagin nating I'll call a spade, luho na travel, party-party, cancelin lahat yan. At paano yung pamamaraan na ikalap yung pondong yan para ibigay hindi lang sa piniling 40,000 na magsasakat mangingisda, lahat. At lahat ng mga drivers, lahat ng mga apektado sa krisis na ito. And I bring it back to my first statement. We must first admit that there is a crisis for us, for all of us, to act with urgency. And we must admit that it can't be the usual way things are. And everybody in government, especially in the executive, must admit on regular times, you are slow, painfully slow. And the DBM knows this. And we know that because we've been doing the budget for decades now. Your utilization, your implementation is so slow, with the exception of some agencies like DSWD. I think SecRex is the only cabinet member. When I call half a ring, he answers. And he's quick, he's on the ground, he knows what's happening. I wish everybody could emulate that. Yung iba nagatago. So having said that, Mr. Chair, I did not want to deliver a motherhood opening statement. I want to hear from DTI, how will you lower the prices of basic commodities? I want to hear from the DOF and BIR and DOE and ERC. How will you delete the collection of VAT on those that are not supposed to be VATable? And I hope you know what I'm talking about. You better be prepared. That's my opening statement, Mr. President. This applies to everyone, all the resource persons who are here. I hope to receive the answers in the next few minutes or hours. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We'll recognize Senator Kiko Pangilinan
Yes.
and then Senator Rizon.
Yes,
Rivera.
just to add to the earlier concerns of Senator Legarda, para directed yung ating mga presentation, may we request the agencies likewise to include in your presentation what you intend to do regarding the budgets that have already been appropriated for your agencies on the matter of addressing the crisis. For example, the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Fund has 23 billion. The DSWD AX has 63 billion. The DA has 10 billion assistance. DA Quick Response has 1 billion. DSWD Quick Response has 3 billion. The DMW Action Program has 2 billion. The DFA Protection of Rights Promotion has 1.2 billion. LGSF Financial Assistance is 37 billion. The DOLE has 22 billion. All possible sources of cash assistance and subsidy support. And therefore, if you are going to make your presentations, please include in the presentation how you will intend to access these amounts already appropriated and already approved, and how you intend to release it given the current crisis. Thank you.
I support the manifestation, Mr. Chair of the Agri Committee. That's true. Not just NDREAM, but contingency fund and all the continuing appropriations of DA, DTI, DOLE, DOE, although maliit ang budget nyo, and all the other agencies. Please be specific. We do not like to see curated PowerPoints. Gusto namin makita paano at ilan ang iyong matutulungan na displaced persons and families. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Just for the record, Senator Kiko, I actually told her that it's imperative that she brief us in person dahil ang isa sa pinakamalaking casualty dito ay energy sector. Pero may pinadala siya sa akin napakahabang schedule niya na hindi ko naman hiningi. In short, busy raw siya today. No? Pero sabi ko nga sa kanya, kung merong isang dahilan kung bakit tayo nandito ay dahil mataas ang presyo ng langis at hindi rin natin alam kung tuloy-tuloy pa yung supply natin. Kaya sana makarinig namin sa ating secretary kung ano ba yung kanyang plano. Kasi kung nawalan tayo ng supply ng langis, malaki ang ating problema. Nevertheless, pinadala niyo yung kanyang mga undersecretary and I hope that the undersecretaries can commit a contingency plan, hindi lang motherhood statement, katulad ng sinabi ni Senator Lauren. So, go ahead, Yusek Sales.
Mr. Chair, I join you and Senator Kiko and the rest in asking that no less than the cabinet level should be here. Kung nandito ang SFA, bakit hindi yung iba? You're too busy? This is not the most important thing. Admit there's a crisis. You must have a crisis action plan. And not that we don't appreciate the presence of a dear friend, Yusek Wimpy Fentabella, of course, who's very competent, who's been with the DOE for quite a while. But to give it the importance, if Sec Rex and Sec T. Laurel could be here, why should the DOE secretary be exempted from this? When DBM is here, pag kayo and NEDA, pag kayo ay humihingi ng mga budget ninyo, maski overnight, nandyan kayo. Pero pag crisis action plan, marami kayong dahilan. The Senate will not allow that. unless you are not admitting that we are in a crisis situation. Then you're lost in translation o nahihibang. Because everyone must act as if we were an ICU situation. That's how it should be. Not to enrage the people and not to let the people panic. But on the contrary, if they see the government on the ground and having more than what the chair mentioned, so-called motherhood statements, not just curated PowerPoints. We want to see your action plan. How many people, families will be positively affected, if any? And what are the monies, the funds needed for continuing appropriations? And what are the line items in GAA 2026 na pwedeng ikalap maging savings para ito ang gagamitin? Tapos sasagutin ng DOF at ng DBM saan manggagaling ito considering 2.5 months pa lang at aminadong wala pang pera ang gobyerno. Pinapaasa ang mga tao tapos walang ibibigay. Hindi pwede yon.
Wait lang mga boss, kung nakaabot na kayo sa part ng video na to, baka gusto nyo munang mag-subscribe sa bago nating YouTube channel. Doon na kasi tayo mag-a-upload ng mga reaction videos. Nakapin sa comment section ang link. I-click nyo lang para makapag-subscribe. Pag nakapag-subscribe na kayo, i-comment nyo lang ang location nyo para ma-shoutout ko kayo pag nag-upload na tayo doon ng video. Tara, tuloy na natin to.
Tapos wala pa ang ibang kabinete dito. Pag sa ibang bagay, mabilis pa sa alas 4. Pero sa krisis, wala. Ano ba kayo? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, Yusek.
Just to place on record, the National Oil and Gas Contingency Plan was in place in 2023. We were using the previous plan 2002, but it was also based on the 1973 experience of the Philippines. So, siya po yung pinaka-senior na nandun na noong 1973 po.
Mr. Chair, the congressional approval is needed based on the answer to the question of Senator Ontiveros. So, has it been communicated to both houses?
I think a letter was submitted to the committee chairs, but naka-break po ang...
Kasi po, we were willing to go on special session. May we know, number one, no GAA funds needed. It's with PNOC and all it needed was congressional approval. And bicameral, ang dali naman. Isa lang na araw yan. May I know, kailan po binigay ng DOE sa Senado, kailan natanggap yung sulat, kailan binigay sa atensyon ng leadership at ng chair ng komite? May we know? I mean, this is what I mean We act with urgency. It's not a matter of walang pondo. May pondo, it came from DOE's information, congressional approval. So it doesn't take too much if it's an urgent matter. We were able to pass the excise tax and to be fair to the chair, kaagad nagtrabaho at napasa po namin. So kailan po ito?
Yeah, PNOC is here, Mr. Chair. Initially, itong first two cargos actually, merong releasable fund pa si PNOCEC. That's why we bought the first cargo. And then there's a second cargo coming in. So,
Ko po tinatanong yung ilang cargo. Simple question. If the DOE says that all it needs is congressional approval and the PNOC has the funds, and you said that the letters were sent because it is important that the people know that letters are not sitting in the Senate without action. We would know if there is a letter that is deemed urgent. Kasi wala ang inyong DOE secretary Wala dito nandito siya last week. Sinabi ba niya sa chairman ng Energy? Sinabi ba niya sa leadership sa Senado? Wala. Ang kanyang linalabi yung biofuel. Sinabi ba yan? Because this is so urgent. It did not come from us. It came from the DOE. May I just know the date? Sir, I know you're a technical person and you seem very knowledgeable. I just need to know It's an admin matter. Can we kindly put on record after this presentation, Mr. Chair, just bear with me, so that hindi ang itsura nakapending sa Senado, tapos sasabihin nyo, kasi po nag-break, excuse me, hindi po nag-break ang Senado na hindi inaaksyonan ang hinihiling ng executive. Dalawa ang inyong hiningi. Excise tax, napasa namin. At sabihin nyo on the record, kailan nyo mai-implement yan, at ang gulo ninyo. Sinabi nyo, excise tax, kailangan urgent. Nung napasa namin, sinabi, we will see. Yan, galing sa inyo yan ha, kung gagamitin. Tapos, the next day, o sige na nga. Ano ba? Ano ba? Kailangan ba? Hindi. It was deemed urgent, napasa. Tapos, pagkapasa namin, we will see. I'm quoting the executive, nanggaling sa inyo yan. Tapos ngayon, gagawin na. And cite the impact, mararamdaman pa. Yun ang sabi ng chair no, ni Senator Pia. Ano ang ramdam sa pagbaba o pagkaltas ng excise tax? Yung biofuel, maraming concern sa mga coconut and sugar farmers. Pero itong sinabi niyong low-hanging fruit, congressional approval. Tapos nagsabi po kayo, sir, with all due respect kasi po nag-break. Hindi po magandang pakinggan yan. Hindi po mag-break ang Senado kung sinabi niyong kailangan ng congressional approval ang paggamit ng PNOC ng kanilang pondo. Pakilagay po sa record after your presentation and we give a chance to the others, Mr. Chair. Because it's important na hindi tinuturo sa atin na nag-break tayo kaya ang PNOC hindi makagamit ng kanyang pera. That's unfair. Ang secretary nga ninyo wala dito Kung anong pamumulitik ang ginagawa na naman ng secretary nyo.
Break tayo session pero tuloy-tuloy pa ho yung aming hearing.
Yes, of course.
At kung kailangan po mag-convene, ready naman po magkaroon ng special session at any time. No?
It's important.
So-
When did you give the letter? Kasi, alam nyo, hindi pwedeng tinuturo-turo nyo kami. Hindi nyo pwedeng sinasabi, makinig kayo. Huwag kayo nagpapalusot dito Sinasabi nyo, yung letter na sa inyo Tapos nag-break kayo. Double jeopardy, hindi pwede yon. Sorry, hindi po kami papayag nun. Kung alam po namin hindi kami mag-break, tama po ang chair. Tinan mo nga, mag-break. Gusto nyo Holy Week, magtrabaho tayo dito Darating lahat ng secretary. Burn the midnight candle. Walang labasan sa kwarto hanggang hindi nakita ang pagtulong sa itang tao. Pero wag niyong sasabihin na nag-break kami kaya hindi napasa yung hiniling ng DOE na congressional approval. Hindi po, sir. Hindi niyo kasalanan yon kasi wala ang inyong sekretarya. I can't think of anything more important than this hearing convened by the chair. And if the other cabinet members are here, why could the most important department not be present? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And may I reiterate, Secretary Yusek Fentabella, na kung pwede namang ipagpaliban muna ni Secretary Garin yung kanyang mga meetings, tingin ko hanggang mamaya pa tayo dito. After her Malacanang meeting, mas magandang pumunta ho siya dito. No? Pakisabi na lang ho sa kanya. Pinadala niya sa akin yung mga schedule niya. Tingin ko naman mas mahalagang makausap niya ngayon ang taong bayan para marinig sa kanya mismo kung ano yung kanyang mga plano kung sakaling mawala talaga tayo ng langis. No? So, okay.
Hindi pa tayo sinisisi
Go ahead. Can you...
Okay. Apologies, Your Honors. Just to clarify, when it was mentioned that a letter was sent, it was for a future action. But we commend definitely the action of the Congress on what we requested. Now, when we saw that there is a need for us to shift, that is a further action. Pero na-trigger na naman po yung dati nating ginawa. And secondly, on this one, may nakita lang po kami another improvement. That's why we immediately sent the letter. But that was just yesterday po. So it's definitely unfair for the Senate to be on the record na naka-break. Pero apologies. But we certainly just want to place it on record that we are doing all these and immediately forwarding our observations to the Senate or to the House. Yung mga nasabi po ni Yusek Sales, yung mga iba po doon ay for future action. The trigger, even though we needed to shift, na-trigger na rin po naman siya. So, ang sinasabi lang po natin, paano po ba tayo may improve moving forward? And also for the PNOC, there are funds available. But how do we improve further? Yun po, that's why we sent that letter yesterday, just to set the record straight po. And definitely, the Secretary will be informed po of the Chair's message. Thank you very much po.
Thank you so much to our dear friend Yusek Wimpy for clarifying that. It is important we put things on the proper perspective and accurate. Kasi pag soundbite lang, kailangan congressional approval. Pangalawa, kasi nag-break. Hindi pwede yon. Imposible naman namin hindi inaksyonan. Kahapon lang pala. Pero we can take things into consideration if it's deemed urgent or can it wait until May. As a chair has said, naghihiring naman tayo. Kaya lang, ito po, Mr. Chair, may tanong kami ni Sen Kiko, hindi namin makita. Binasa po ng DOE yung mga urgent contingency plan. Ang pagkaintindi po namin, work from home at carpooling. So, ano ba ho ang top 3 na pinakamahalaga na ginawa ng DOE para maibsan ang pagtaas ng presyo ng petroleum products at matulungan lahat ng sektor? Kasi ang narinig namin yung carpooling at saka yung work from home Hindi naman po yun emergency situation lang. Marami pang ibang dapat na mararamdaman po ng tao. Hindi namin makita yung iba. Thank you.
So, the first ones that we definitely did was to coordinate closely with the DILG. The coordination po with the DILG and with Yusek Iringan, it brought about an online meeting last Wednesday with all the mayors Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and some of the governors were present as well. These were to align yung mga roles and mga basis ng batas para ipatupad po natin yon. The other one is how to make sure that we have supply. So aside from the private oil companies going about with their partners and suppliers on the contracts of where and when they will get their products, there is that added venue or channel wherein the PNOC or the government is also looking into additional suppliers just to make sure that we have the supplies needed. Kaya nga po, yung inventory natin, it's not breached. We have sufficient supplies and hindi pa rin tayo, we will not let our guards down. That's why we mentioned that aside from the existing money, we may need additional arsenal and additional options. But nonetheless, again, we apologize for that. We will be more circumspect in our statements. But it's definitely thanking the committee for holding this meeting, because in our way forward, and that is the third one, no, kasi it's really supply on the ground and supply for the country. On our way forward, it is really imperative for us to pursue the transition. What makes the situation different from 1973 is now we have electric cooking more available. Now we have more renewable energy and indigenous sources that we just need to fast track. And sometimes we need more bold reforms so that we can have a faster way forward in having a more secure, not only for energy, but over our national security. So we commend the DMW and the DFA for their presentations na yung mga OFWs natin, pinapasalamatan natin, pinapangalagaan natin. Pero isipin po natin that our energy behavior should support what the OFWs are doing. They are sending us dollars, and yet we are sending out dollars because of our energy behavior. So we need to focus on the solutions previously given to us, but there was a lot of things that happened that even included the downgrading of the Ministry of Energy to an office, and then it was reborn to a department. but still the march towards energy independence that is aligned with climate change, nandun po siya lahat. We just need to move faster. And this is an opportunity. Every challenge gives an opportunity. So yun po yung siguro pangatlo na masasabi ng DOE na kailangan talaga whole of nation siya to make this country stronger. We need more of the indigenous. We need teamwork on the demand side, energy efficiency and conservation, the carpooling, the work from home, and other strategies that does not reduce our productivity. So yun po yung pagiging wais sa paggamit natin ng enerhiya. Thank you very much po.
Ngayon, ikaw bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento mo sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.